Okay guys, I just want to do an update for you here. It'll go into one of the other updates, but just because you won't see this once we're done here. The bracing for the logging camp is in. The boards just keep it nice and flat so we have something to screw to. The hole cut in both of those for the track underneath to come through for the tunnel and storage tracks. And a line on there is what it's going to follow the grade. So we've got braces in, and those bottom L's, I just glued them on for the bracing all the way around, and they'll end right there at that seam. So I just wanted to show you that quick because you won't see that when I'm done here. When the top goes on, that'll be hard to see from underneath, it'll be dark. And I'll just give you another glance, but nothing's changed otherwise. It's all basically here. I'll give you an update once I get in the house. Okay guys, Action Hobby is having a little bit of a spring sale or clearance sale. Anything with white tag was 15% off and so on, up till the 20th of May, so that's expired. But got a couple cool things. I got 2 bottles of this Liquid Gravity. It's like really tiny ball bearings, I guess you could call it. They're really hard to see, but you can kind of see it there. It just kind of acts like water. I'll show you that when I use it. I got 2 bottles of that for like 10 bucks. It's regular 17. I got it for like 10, so good time to try. Here, all I've got is some detailed parts. I've got a G-944CW, CP, CSX, SP, and NS, snowplow, and all little parts for it. So that'll come in handy. MU hoses, a couple little bells right there, and walkway guard for angled blower. So just a few detail parts. I also got a Trains magazine of short lines. Kind of cool. I thought it'd be rail fanning, so I thought I'd maybe read up on some of the short lines to rail fan, see some really different power. And then I have a custom weathered car from Action Hobbies. A little bit expensive. It was knocked down to $15, but they added 15 back on, so a little bit expensive, but kind of cool. And then I have this Intermountain Chicago Northwestern car. Probably gonna weather that up, fade the logo out, put a patch over it, maybe not. Just something cool I seen. Rail fanning, I've seen a lot of these cars, so thought that'd give me something cool to do. So we'll go down and look at the layout. Okay guys, I do have the layout in the room now. First thing I want to start with is this side. I get a new Magic Pan bakery kit from Walters. That's looking at going right here along the backdrop, along with those 2 background buildings. Obviously that seam has to be closed. I'll do that on them. Looking at one big spur, or both those industries, they might be closer together, I'm not sure. One neat thing about this is the loading deck or the loading ramp, I guess, to butt up to the cars. Probably leave that like that, and it's got the cushions to go all the way around to snug up to the doors of the rail cars. Probably might put a guy in there, like on brake, with his legs sitting off, or I might put him on the back one, I'm not sure. But either way, that'll be sitting in that corner, and might move out a little bit so that door's farther down the track like that and leave a little bit of a gap. So that's interesting there. Just working on the track plan for that and the buildings as they come in, figuring out the layout for them. One other thing I want to show you guys is for my birthday back in February, I got these 2, basically the rulers from Micromark. all they are is they've got the numbers on the side of them here for laying out radiuses. They put a pin in them on either, like if you put it on a 10, you've got a 20-inch radius, and you can put a pencil, on this end, and that one goes all the way up to 11, so you can get a 22-inch radius. And then over here is the big one that I've been using. It goes up to 23, so you can get a 46-inch radius. So those are kind of nice just for laying stuff out. Another thing is the bridge here. I do have another bridge. It isn't CSX, but I plan to change that anyways on one of them. And the road going underneath, I'm not sure if I want to keep it centered. What I've been thinking about doing is moving the road over to there, keep that the road, have an embankment come straight down, and have a track running, like a subway track or something, or a train car, like it goes underneath the town. I don't know yet. Put a comment, see what you guys think. I'm not really sure on what to do down here. And below, the road sticks out probably 3 inches. I'm going to have that come straight down. I'm going to bring all the sewer pipes out of the bottom just to show that it's an actual street and not just a board there. So that'll be kind of cool. And it's set back in. It doesn't go all the way through to the backdrop. So I'll have to do something there to cover up that screw. Over here, we've got a switch. That's probably about where that'll be. And that's going onto the branch line. And the other one, the main line, can go underneath. You guys seen what's under there at the beginning of this video I showed you guys. So that's the board that'll stay on there now. That's glued right into place and all screwed in. I've got to put 2 pieces of something in the 2 corners there and over there to round them off so you don't see that crisp line and obviously that piece of wood. Branch line, there's not much happening. The kind of skinny till you get to there, and it widens out, and that's where the main line will be going underneath into the tunnel. I'm looking at putting either a Y or a switch in here. I'm not really sure which one's going to be best yet, but it will be powered by Tortoise along with most other things on the layout here. And here, the only thing, I started to put a little bit of an embank or elevation in, I guess. And here the blue foam is a little bit higher. I'm going to sand that down, just leave it at that level because I'm too cheap to buy the risers that are supposed to go in there. But along in here, you can see I've got the foam bed kind of in. About there, I'm going to put a bridge in, have a river kind of follow the track around, come down the side of the mountain. So that's all I've been working on. The foam's all glued down and laid out. You can see my center marks here for all my curves. They're all marked with the radiuses and that. They'll all go in there and put the track down and lay it out in the foam and cut the foam down a little bit. Other than that, that's all I've got going on right now. I plan to experiment with a couple lengths of track here. Everybody always uses rail joiners to join the track together, like that one. What I want to do, I want to try and join the track like a welded rail, like that with no joiner. Solder those together and build a clamp, solder it together like that, and that way it'll bend and it'll still slide through the little plastic clips that hold it. So I'm going to try that on code 100 since the whole layout is going into code 83, and I'm possibly looking at code 70 for the branch line. So that's just something going on. I know I haven't been doing a lot of updates. I've got a lot of stuff to show you guys that haven't been in updates because they're packed away in boxes. But when I get them out, I'll show you guys what I've got. Thanks for watching.